Everybody, Economic Ninja here. We have huge XCN news going on right now. I'm literally raced home to make this video. Do me a favor really quick. We're going to wait for 60 seconds to start all this information to get everybody on. If you own XCN, type it down below in the comments. Let's fire this thing up and get this going. I am racing to my email right now. I am pretty excited. All right, let's do this. All right, as we're getting people on. All right, cool. People are on. All right, so give me a second. 20 more seconds. We're going to start this. I don't even know where to start with this. Let me jump onto X really quick, see what's going on over there. And then after I tell you what the news is, which is going to sound interesting because it's not news, but it's huge news, I am going to tell you the truth of what I did and really clarify this for a lot of people with my XCN trade dating all the way back to December. Okay? All right, so here we go. All right. Let's do this. All right, so everybody that's typing XCN, how many of you have been, type 1 if you've been holding it ever since the first call out when I told you this is what I bought at 1/4 of a penny, and a lot of you got it at 1/5 of a penny. Type 1 if that's you. All right, now do me a favor and type 2 if you got in late and you got in during one of those pumps. I want to hear it if you're underwater right now. Now, something massive just happened. I am going to explain that, and it has to do with this right here, this candle, okay? Look at this volume spike. Look at this candle. All right. Now, I have a lot of experience in these kind of moves because I have, quite frankly, since 2017, been a part of some of these moves when I just want to buy into something, when I see something that's coming over the horizon, a news story, an advancement with the company, things like that, I would just make a big purchase and create they call it God candle. I hate that term, but it's just this massive spike in volume and in price. Most of the time, I would just cause the price to go up because my volume was insignificant because there weren't a lot of sell orders. And let's say I had $100,000 I wanted to deploy, and to buy $100,000 of that crypto at any given time, you'd have to run the price up 20%. And I'd say, do it. Okay, this is different. This is exciting. Now, this is the big news. In the last hour, I'm on Coinbase right now. Everyone, real quick, if you have a second, go over, minimize this screen, keep the video going, go over to CoinMarketCap and type in XCN right now. Now, as of the recording of this live video, it is 4:08 Pacific time, right? The market's going to close in another hour. What has just happened is a massive amount of volume has just came in, and the people that are buying this are very big money, and they don't give a crap about the price. So I have a feeling some big news is coming in the next handful of days. This volume spike also obviously ran the price up, but that doesn't necessarily always happen. You could run the price up without a massive volume spike. But this time we're getting both. So someone somewhere just spent hundreds of millions of dollars to buy XCN, and they don't care about the price. And in less than 50 minutes from now, if XCN does close over $2, we're on that next leg up, and the next resistance point, as long as we close and hold above 2 cents. I'm pretty excited, to be honest with you, because I'm about to tell you the truth about what I did with XCN. It's off to the races to 3 1/3 cents, right? That's the next resistance point. All right, so let me look at Coinbase really quick. Type 3 if you've just witnessed or you knew about this pump in the last 2 hours, but type 3 if you know what's going on. I want to keep this going because I want to wake up as many XCN investors as possible around the internet, and the reason why is this. First off, I'm not selling into this pump. I'm not selling. Reason why is because, well, first off, I know that XCN is going a lot higher because I told everyone that I was going to show you how to buy a Lamborghini with $20,000. I told you that, and I put it all into XCN at a penny. And I told you that I took half of my XRP and I put into XCN at less than a penny, right? And I know that once it breaks through, and the last hour's wick ran all the way to almost 2.1 cents. There is a lot of pent-up aggression with this crypto, and anybody that's selling into this kind of volume spike right now, I think personally is crazy. But hey, you do you. I'm not selling any of mine right now. I'm not selling for much higher until we see much higher prices. Now, let me tell you what happened. When I first told everyone about XCN, I saw some pretty amazing things coming together with this project, and I said, this is the one to invest in. I told everyone I invested a quarter of a penny. I waited for it to come down, and I let everybody else get in at like 0.002 cents. And then I bought a ton more at 3 cents. Oh, sorry, 0.003 cents. Not okay. It took off 2,200%. Only twice did I sell some of that XCN. First time was around 3 cents, where I did a video, and type 10 if you remember this. I actually came out and said, I think everyone should be taking some profits. You made amazing money. I will wait for 24 hours to take profits. I can take the hit. Type 10 if you remember me doing a video like that. It's very important that people understand this, because all around the internet, I'm just living rent-free in a bunch of weirdo, stupid people's domes. Not you guys, but seriously, they're just wrecked emotionally and mentally because they think that I'm pumping and dumping. But this is actually what happened. So a lot of people remember that video. So 24 hours later from when I made that video, the price actually dipped 20%. And I went ahead and exited 20% of my total position. So if you have a whole pie, I took away 20% of the pie, right? That was a lot of money, just But I'm okay with taking that hit because I want to teach people how to get rich and how to do these cryptos the right way. Then it ran up, and I want you to do this. The second and last time I took profits on XCN is this. Justin Sun had come out and was fudding and crapping on XCN, and I came out with a video, and you can still look it up on my channel. Just go search on my channel for XCN and type in XCN bad news. As a matter of fact, screw it. Let's do this live. And what's really important to note is XCN bad. That day, the price of XCN was at 4.6 cents. All right. It's called bad news for XCN. Let me see. And if you read the comments, they're horrendous. Everyone is freaking out because I said, this is bad news. This is not good. I don't like what's going on in this game between the Onyx team and Justin Sun. I am exiting 30. I'm taking 30% off, and I sold a portion. So I sold essentially between the 20 and 30%. I sold about half of my XCN holdings. That's it. And then I got quiet because the market started to move down. And the whole time, I still believed in XCN. I waited and I waited, and people freaked out on me. Why aren't you covering it? Why aren't you pumping it? I'm like, I could care less about pumping other people's bags. I want to own everything. And I went out and I contacted my DeFi group. Oh, real quick, tomorrow's the last day for the crypto AI sale. So please, if you don't buy it, don't email Dylan asking or giving us a sob story that you missed it because your cat got ran over or something like that. Like, if you want that, I'm not joking. It is a game changer course. So if you want that, links down below. But I went to my DeFi group, and can my DeFi students back me up here? Just type in DeFi if you remember this. My DeFi students, I said, look, this is the position. I want you to figure out how much you want to invest in XCN now. We've been waiting, and now it's time. And we're going to split it up 50%. You're going to split up 50% of how much you want. Let's say you want to put $1,000 in, $10,000 in, $100,000. I said, start buying with 50% of it. Start buying at 1 cent, and then put in buy orders at 0.009, 0.008, 0.007. And then wait for the other half at half of a penny. And I said, I'm afraid that Trump's about to come out with a tweet, and this is the time to gobble it up. So we all just gobbled it up like crazy. A ton of it. I'm not joking. The volume around that DeFi video was pretty awesome. And we've been holding on to it ever since. Just stoked. Well, what's been happening is the only reason it's been capped at this 1.6, 1.9. You can have every TA guy in the world try and tell you what's going on. Hey, it's going to double tomorrow. Hey, it's going to triple tomorrow because the TA says it. You don't get it. There's a massive sell wall that's been in place for a while because of all the people that have zero education and 100% emotion involved that bought it at 3 and 4 cents. That after it went to a penny, they held on, and they're just waiting to get it anywhere near 2. It's a psychological thing. And there's been this massive buy wall. And I know I've been watching some huge buy orders amassing, but way down. And I think what happened is someone, or I believe a company, said, screw it, and they just bought the entire order book. And that's what caused this volume spike. Now, only time's going to tell. But this kind of money, and let me really quick just explain. I've got the 1 hour chart opened up on Coinbase. Right now, this current hour, which closes in 45 minutes, We've already seen how much volume. Where's my volume indicator? Why am I? Oh my gosh, I got all my settings messed up. Oh, here we go. Boom, boom. 65 million have been traded on Coinbase alone in the last 15 minutes. In the last hour bar, over $450 million has been traded, right? Then you've got the hour before 141, and then it all kicked off at 1300 hours, 1 o'clock. $274 million worth of Onyx coin were picked up. Okay? We're probably going to end this day at $8 billion traded since noon. That's big money. Now, I know for every buyer, there's a seller, but I'm just curious right here. Type buyer, and I'm not saying go buy XCN. You know me, I don't buy on a pump. I already did all my buying on at much lower prices. That's what intelligent investors do, and then they don't get all freaked out. And if it goes down more, they buy more. I quadrupled my holdings at 008, and I'm not gonna sell into this pump. And my XRP trade that I told all of you about is still amazing, holding true. When I told everyone I'd sold, XRP was at like $2.22. It's now at what? What is it, guys? Is it 240, 250? Let's just see real quick. Because so many people lost their mind, but a successful person is actually trying to teach them for free. And this is what happens when you teach people for free. My students, they don't freak out. They don't get emotional. They've learned how to control their emotions. Does all my students agree? Just type yes or no. The free people that are always trying to take things for free that never get anywhere in life. Yeah, XRP's at 236. Congratulations, it's went up 12 cents. So I would highly suggest, if you're one of the people that are addicted to these YouTubers that are telling you XRP's going to $1,000 this year, seriously get into reality, because I'd rather see you, and look at all my students that are saying yes or yep or yeah. I'm not going to say what Charlie said, but you know what I'm saying? This is real life. If you want to learn how to make money, you need to buckle down and take this serious. But everybody that's holding XCN right now through this 2 cents and through the 3 cents and then through the 4 cents, you're about to make a lot of money. And yeah, I'm going to make, man, my goal is getting close, and I'm not joking, and I'm excited. So if you want to learn the AI thing, I'm not kidding. It will blow your freaking mind. All right. I'm actually shocked how little people actually bought it, but you know what? That's fine, because I'm going to jack the price up on Saturday, and we're going to keep raising the price, because it's just like the DeFi group. Once you miss out on this, we're going to keep going. And what people are going to do is they're going to learn to trust, and they're going to learn to start really cranking down on their lessons, because you only got about 6 months at most of this run, this bubble, until this thing pops. And I want everybody exiting with a good amount of profit. And then we move into the next phase, which I can't figure out if it's silver or real estate yet. We've got a handful of other geopolitical issues and economic factors to deal with. But that's it. So now you know my position on XCN. I was super quiet, not talking about it. And recently, I was actually hoping, in the last week, I was hoping for it to come down to 1.4, because I was going to buy another $1 million and put up $1 million buy wall live. I told you guys, hey, in about a week or so, that's what I was expecting it to do. And gosh darn, this morning I woke up and I'm like, all right, 1.6. Hopefully we break that and we get down to 1.4. See, I'm actually hoping that things go down in price, because I want to buy a bunch of it. That's where you should be. You're like, hey, I've done all my due diligence. And don't take any of this crap as investment advice. I'm a dude with a bro and a dream. Come on, I live in my truck practically. This is just a really big vehicle. My point being is that, do your due diligence, but gosh darn, have some trading convictions. Grab it, get a set, and let's go. That's how you get successful. And this isn't a YOLO moment. You should never buy on debt. You should only, if you sell a coin, it better be a positive trade and not a negative. To go into this, these are all things I taught my students, but I'm telling you, it's time to wake up. So here you go. One more day left of that sale. If you want it, links down below. After that, price goes up a lot. Hopefully you have an awesome night. I'm not selling any of my XCN. Oh my gosh. When XCN hits 033, I've got a monkey outfit and a banana phone I've been waiting to use, because it'll be rally monkey time through that. So let's see this go. So sellers, whoever sold are bummed. Let's just put it that way, because this momentum, I don't think is going to stop. All right, that being said, thank you so much for watching. The Economic Ninja is out. See you guys.